What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for awesomemo.com, and I am back from my NBA DFS ConTENders on Monday, March 2nd. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all of our other content goes live. Use the promo code CONTENDER to get 50% off your first week of Awesomeo Plus. And finally, follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman so you can get updates to this list all throughout the day as news comes in. Gary Trent Jr. is on the outside looking in. Who will be the top 10 plays for today? It's time to find out. Coming in at number 10, first time on the list, Kevin Porter. His minutes are going to be very secure. We're not going to have Darius Garland? Colin Sexton? Darius Garland? Darius Garland? We're not going to have Darius Garland for the Cavs tonight, so the minutes are going to be very secure. 4,900 on FanDuel, 4,900 on DraftKings. I even like $14 on Yahoo. I don't think he's going to be able to do enough to get there from a super draft perspective, but I've got him in for 34 minutes. The matchup against Utah hasn't been all that bad as of late, so I see Porter as a perfect low mid-tier value play. Coming in at number 9, Luka Doncic. This one's just basic. 10-4 on FanDuel, 10-3 on DraftKings. Both very solid numbers. Needs somewhere in the mid-60s for a GPP goal. I see that being more than attainable. Bulls defense has been a bit below average as of late. It's a pace-neutral matchup. We're just talking about a guy that's a 1.5 fantasy point per minute guy. I've got him in for 33 minutes. It could easily be more if this game stays close, but if it doesn't, I expect Luka to be the reason that happens. Projecting him for 28, 9, and 8. It's not going to take much to turn that bad boy into a triple-double. Alrighty, coming in at number 8, we've got Elfrid Payton. I like him a bit more on FanDuel than I do on DraftKings, but Yahoo and SuperDraft both look fine. 32 minutes as the starting point guard for the Knicks. Major pace-up spot for New York against Houston. Houston's D's been relatively neutral from a fantasy perspective, and Elfrid Payton's been playing pretty well. Up 0.11 fantasy points from his baselines, 1.2 fantasy points per minute over the last 30 days. 6,300 seems more than reasonable for a guy that's going to play north of 30 minutes as a starting point guard. The pace-up spot fits him to a T. I love getting to Payton today. We're staying in the same game for number 7, but we're changing locker rooms. James Harden, 10-8 on FanDuel, 10-5 on DraftKings. Just the flat multiplier on SuperDraft. I'm giving him 36 minutes. Knicks defense, nothing crazy. Pace, neutral for Houston. Harden, 1.56 fantasy points per minute over his last 30 days. This may have become slightly more of Russell Westbrook's team, but that still doesn't make me want to get away from someone like James Harden when he's sub 11K. 31, 7, and 7 is a very solid line. I'm giving him 36 minutes because, well, let's be honest, this is the Knicks. But there's nothing stopping Harden from playing 38, 39, even 40 minutes in this one. I love Harden here, mid-60s. If I had to take a guy between him and Luka right now, it's Harden. That's going to be a close one throughout the day for me, so stay tuned. Any news that breaks, it's possible we end up with both. If for some reason James Harden and Luka Doncic aren't your cup of tea today, coming in at number 6, we've got Trae Young. FanDuel price, 9,900. That's the spot you should be looking. Only has a 60 fantasy point GPP goal. That is more than attainable for Trae Young. I have him getting there 25% of the time. Got him in for 36 minutes. 33 and 10 is the median outcome. Memphis's defense has not been the same with Jaren Jackson Jr. out. This is a pace up spot as well for Trae Young. Been playing well as of late. I see no reason to get away from him. The FanDuel price is too good to pass up on. If you're looking for a center, first one up on the list, number 5, Nikola Vucevic, 8,100 on FanDuel, 8,400 on DraftKings. I like him pretty much everywhere, but the FanDuel price is the best. Got him in for 34 minutes. Portland's defense has been not good, both lately and honestly for the season. Relatively neutral pace game, although a slight tick up for the Magic. Vooch hasn't been playing as well as you would like lately, and you're getting him at a slightly more beneficial price than normal. This is a 20 and 10 guy. If things work out well, bump those numbers up slightly, and you're getting the value that you need. I would not be surprised to see Vooch go for 50 plus against the Blazers. I've got my eye on him at center. Here we are, number 4, Larry Nance. I'm giving him 30 minutes here. Cavs are going to be without Tristan Thompson. They seem to be putting in heavy work with their big men. Love, Thompson when he's in, Drummond, Nance. I see no reason that doesn't continue. 4,900 on FanDuel, 5,200 on DraftKings. You get the dual eligibility. $18 on Yahoo looks very good as well. I'm not super worried about a Jazz matchup for Larry Nance. It's not the fastest game in the world. This is going to be a relatively slow-paced affair, but at 30 minutes, around $5K in salary, this is a guy whose value will exist whether or not we open up a lot of guys at the bottom, or if this turns into a more balanced day. Nance makes it work no matter what. Now, if you're looking for a different big man from the Cavs, feast your eyes on Andre Drummond. 7,600 on FanDuel, 8K on DraftKings. That $7,600 price tag on FanDuel is just simply wrong. He's going to play, or you would expect him to play, 30-plus minutes here. They're going to want him against Rudy Gobert, and he's just dramatically more talented than a $7,600 price tag. We're basically talking about Andre Drummond if Blake Griffin were healthy for the Pistons. There's not a lot else going on for Cleveland, so Drummond should be able to maintain his normal role and rates. 16.5 points and 14 boards is the baseline with 3.5 stocks. He can blow 49 GPP points out of the water. I can't imagine not having my eye closely on Andre Drummond all day. We've got a point guard battle on our hands today. Memphis against Atlanta. Number 2, Ja Morant. 6,900 on FanDuel, 7,200 on DraftKings, 27 on Yahoo, even 1.4x multiplier on SuperDraft. I love this spot for Ja. Atlanta's defense is terrible. We all know that Trae Young is not particularly good from a defensive standpoint. We're talking about a Ja Morant that's like a 1 fantasy point per minute guy, but he gets a giant boost in pace. 5 additional possessions per game over their normal rate just from playing Atlanta. It's fast. It's bad defense, and that should fit Ja like a glove. He's going to be up and down this floor like crazy. I love him today. He's going to maintain this spot in the top 10 no matter what, unless he gets scratched. And finally, coming in at number 1, we're staying in Memphis, Jonas Valanciunas. This is just an amazing spot. He's 7,200 on FanDuel, which looks good. He's 6,800 on DraftKings, which looks just as good. $26 on Yahoo, I am in. I'm giving him 28 minutes. Atlanta has no answer for him. It's certainly not John Collins. Dwayne Dedmon does not look like he's going to be playing today. Rest of the centers are barely rotation pieces. As I mentioned on the Ja Morant section, huge pace up spot. Terrible defense for Atlanta. This is a 1.3 fantasy point per minute guy. He's going to rip down every rebound. He's going to score every point in the paint. 17 and 12 as a base is bananas. Would you really be surprised if Jonas Valanciunas went for 50 against the Hawks today while the Grizzlies are fighting for their season? I certainly wouldn't. There you have it, everybody. Those are my top 10 NBA plays for today, Monday, March 2nd. Be sure to hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Sign up at awesomemo.com using the promo code ConTENders and get yourself 50% off your first week. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. This is the big one, so that you can get updates to this list throughout the day. I will be on Live Before Lock tonight with Chris Spags, so tune in there to get my final thoughts on the slate. Best of luck tonight. I will catch you guys again in the morning.